Okay, first off, please ignore the fact that I'm driving through the Chinese rural mountains right now that mostly look like I'm inside the movie Kung Fu Panda. Since July, when I stopped working full-time on my project, my startup has been in hibernation. I've been busy with other projects, such as this YouTube channel, but it should not get in the way from my main job. We will ignore the fact that my main job is currently making me zero money and just live on hopes and dreams. I need to get back to work. I need to stop faffing about and actually start building the app that I promised my users. And today, or maybe tomorrow, is the day when I start doing that. It would seem that I've escaped the Chinese rural mountains. What I said back in the mountains is unfortunately true. The startup has been completely stale or in hibernation for 3 months. Today is Friday the 13th of December. We're gonna absolutely ignore that as a bad omen sign and launch my wife's app today. That means that I am free of all of that. I can now focus on reviving my own startup full time again. So unless you are one of my 1,000 users or 10 subscribers, you probably don't know which app I've built. The app is called Love Fuel and it's the first app for already happy couples. I keep saying for already happy couples for one specific thing. The app is designed to bring in fun to a relationship, not solve any issues. Somewhere during the morning you might think, I'm gonna go do something with my partner today. Maybe it's buying her flowers, maybe it's something else. And by the time that you're off work, you can actually go do it, all the practical things take over. So all of a sudden, you're now completely busy with buying groceries, making dinner, picking up the kids, whatever it may be. It is way more urgent than those flowers that she didn't know that she may be getting. And all of a sudden, this act for your partner gets lost in the practicalities of life. I think that sucks, and I would love to have something that doesn't necessarily only remind me, but also encourage me to do unique things, new things, fun things. That's enough sentimental stuff. I've been holding that in way too long. Sorry. We need a plan to revive this bad boy. This seems to be an old plan. Mission. Wait, how do you spell mission? English is not my first language, okay? Ignore that. Today's plan. So the first thing that we need to do is fix the current app. Over the past 3 months, we have accumulated a healthy amount of bugs, and we need to fix that. Number 2, we need to fix the branding mess. Now I'm saying a branding mess because it is all over the place. The brand is suffering from indecisiveness. It doesn't know what it wants to be, and therefore it tries to be everything. Thirdly, we need to publish the new version. Now you might be asking, Joachim, if you've been aware there's been bug inside your app the last 3.5 months, why haven't you fixed them? Well, I don't know either. I've just been too busy. Okay, let's just say that. This mistake is so embarrassing because it's obvious. It's even on the homepage. When you try to add a milestone, it does not calculate when the next date is accurately. The whole purpose of this milestone system is really to show you when you have an upcoming milestone. So for that reason, it's incredibly important that it can count the days correctly. So even though that the reminders get sent out correctly and the system in the back works as it should, any normal user would not assume that this is working as it should. I wonder how many users downloaded the app, set a milestone, and then saw the error and decided to delete the app because they just assumed it was filled with errors. It's probably best not to think too much about that one. Enough talk, let's get to it. Okay, so the goal is to fix this milestone bug. Right here we have the function that tries to return the correct date. However, after 3.5 months of slacking off, we know it doesn't work. So I've written this new function which returns the next occurrence after the current date, given a start date and a repeat option. Now that sounds super complicated. Luckily, this isn't actually that complicated because all it does is it finds the next date a milestone occurs. Using the new function, we can sort the list of milestones so that the user will see which milestone is closest to them. See, it works. It works! The function that we used to calculate when the next date is was also wrong. So that function was wrong, but also the data that function was using was also wrong. So it's kind of like a double mistake. Let me just take you through how messy the branding actually is. If you take the App Store right here, you can see, be an unpredictable partner, one that's full of surprises. Now what does that actually mean? It's very vague, it's hard to understand. So I need to simplify our App Store and make it way more understandable. I maybe even have to remove some features so that you can clearly understand what is going on. Now, in my humble opinion, the most important thing about App Store is that you tell the visitor, the viewer, what problem you're solving and what you can do for them very, very clearly. So in the beginning, it was all about solving a reminder, and for that reason, the app looked like this. Okay, it was also my early design day, so it's completely nasty. Okay, we get it. Laugh in the comments all you want. And because of that complete design failure, I had some help. There was a fundamental change. The design got prettier, but most importantly, I had outside people asking me what problem I was solving. And that's the problem at the end of the day. The app has so many different features that pinpointing what one little issue that it's solving is very difficult. For that reason, we have to change the website, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Oh, dear God, help me. I didn't exactly have help from God, but I did in fact manage to cook up something. I'm saying cook up something because for the first time ever, I think my design actually were cooking. These are the final 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it, I can't count. These are the final 6 screenshots we're going to be using inside App Store. The first one I am particularly proud of. The whole goal is just to be more in your face about the reminders. After all, we wanted to simplify App Store, and that we have absolutely done. The first page now is only about reminders, and it leaves a very clear impression on the viewer. If you take a quick look at the 5 other screenshots, we can see that all of them have gotten a shorter headline, and now they're always only about one thing. So for example now, 450 plus ideas surprises. If you compare the new one to the old one, we can see the old one both talked about tools to plan, 450 plus surprises. So it's kind of like 2 things the user have to understand in one sentence, making it harder. Yes, it's absolutely possible, but remember, people spend seconds on an App Store viewing. So you gotta get them those seconds. They gotta understand what you see. I made an evolutionary board of how I designed this. On the left, we have the original one, the one we had in App Store before today. I just went one step too far, and going back on this one is plenty fine for me. Now, so we've limited the brand from talking about the AI, talking about the calendar, talking about the note screen, talking about all these different functionalities, kind of just hidden them away inside the app itself. Now we just kind of stayed on one topic, like reminders. Now we've not only slimmed down inside of App Store, we've also changed the website. It is essentially the same as App Store. It is just in a different format. And yeah, that's sort of the brand update for now. I know there's still an Instagram, a TikTok, and a Facebook, and all these social media aspects that we haven't dealt with yet, but that could be in a future video. I genuinely hate doing marketing for an app, so future me's problem. Oh, you know what? Today I should probably use my reading glasses. I don't know why, but I forget it every single time I sit behind, unless I sit and read on the iPad. It's just, forget it. Alright, things are getting serious. Before publishing a new version of the app, I always like to go through and make sure that what I just did works. Yeah, so let's try and add a new milestone. Women's Day, which is the 8th of March. Okay, there we go. Yearly reminder, 14 days before and 31 days before. And that's it. Women's Day, 8th of March in 81 days. Awesome. Now that I know the box has been fixed, we can continue and publish an App Store. What's new in this version? I never know what to write in these. No matter what I type out, it just sounds strange. I don't know how other developers actually write these. So I just kind of write anything. No. Fixes. Why is it that in this box I just forget how to speak English? Yeah, that is good enough. Build 0.9. Okay, this upgrade is just so huge. I am very proud of this one. I am not a designer, but look at this. It's like my 2 brain cells came up with something actually visually nice. I'm pretty proud of that. I think it's time to add for review. Ooh. An unexpected error was incurred when submitting for review. Oh wait, I have to write it for each different language? Are you kidding me? Okay. Fun fact, Apple actually doesn't care if you translate it into other languages. So I'll just be writing English in all of them. Okay, let's try that again. First time in 3.5 months we're about to make a new version of Love You online. That was a long time coming, but it's really stress relieving to work. You know, sometimes you just gotta work to reduce your own stress, and this is definitely one of the situations. That reminds me. I have an idea for the first paid feature inside Love You, the adventure path, or something like that. The idea is quite simple. One day a week, both you and your romantic partner have to plan a date as a surprise. The idea is to take the acts of love inside Love Field and challenge couples to go do them for each other and not just let them be ideas. Hopefully it can be a month of adventure and interesting surprises. Now I can make this in the next video, but I don't know if the idea is good enough, so I would love your feedback.